Hello and welcome to the BrickTsar video where I show you things that I've been working on today. Today we're going to be looking at the stuff that I have on the wall. I can't do it! Alright, so sorry about that. I'm trying to come up with the podcast voice. It seems like this is something that's kind of new to me because I didn't really listen to podcasts outside of the Lego world. And in researching podcasts, I've been trying to see what other people are doing and things that at least would interest me. And one thing I've noticed in all the other podcasts is everybody has this podcast voice where it's like nerdy people trying to sound like with a really low tone voice or something. I was like, do they talk like that for reals? I don't know. Do I sound like that? I don't know. I don't think so. But anyway, I hung some of the posters up down here. We got one of the AFOL posters, the Metro Liner. And the thing with posters and trying to show them on film is like the glare. Somehow your eyeball adjusts to it. I mean, I see the glare of my eyeball, but it doesn't bother me. But when I look at it on the camera, it's like, ugh. But we got the Metro Liner poster. So I got all this room to put more 11. It was going to be mostly 11 by 17 posters. We got TheyMightBeBricks Norman Rockwell poster. We got the Alpha 1 rocket base coming in 21. Oh, I was thinking of the other one. That's a Lego space one. And then we put the comic book posters up there. So there you go. The 5 posters from the back of comic books. They're not really posters. They're ads on the back of comic books that I turned into a poster. So that's what I've been doing. I don't know how it looks if you come down here. The glare is even worse, especially on that TheyMightBeBricks one. I really like that poster. Norman Rockwell. Can you see it? I don't know. Wait, I'm going back to my podcast voice. And so I got a small haul I'm going to do real quick. And one of the other things, I did take the parts from the last haul. For some of the brick model railroader stuff. So I got all the parts I need I got all these parts here. It's going to build the bulldozer for the flat car that we did earlier. And I got all the parts to build another flat car. So I'm going to have 2 flat cars. Move this box out of the way. Oh, TheyMightBeBricks put diesel 10 on my train. But the flat car right there, I'm going to build it, the blue one. I got all the parts, I think, unless I did it wrong. Oh, all right, get this back on here. All right, so this is my Bricklink order. This isn't something that I got for somebody else. One part in here. All right, make sure I don't have any personal information showing, so I'm going to take this thing out of here. All right, so we got, and while I was there, I picked up other things for my train building. Some of these yellow parts, some of the hinges and the 3176 plates. More of the dark bluish gray 1x3s. Some green parts, and that's a dark gray train rail and dark gray arm pieces for maxi figures. They use those in some space sets and some other sets. But here's the main thing I went for. It is a stickered, modified brick, curved brick there with the Maersk logo. And then that reddish brown piece is for me. So get that out there. Alright, so I got that for Domino Fan 0803. We've mentioned him several times. If you haven't checked out Domino Fan 0803, you check it out. He loves dominoes, obviously, but he also loves Lego, and he loves some of the vintage stuff like the Maersk items. And with the Maersk ship, he helped me get some parts for the Maersk ship, which he actually wants. And so there was a seller in the United States had this part at a very reasonable price, but he didn't ship overseas. So I said, I'll get it and ship it to him. It's just one little piece. So anyway, so that's why I did that. So that was my video. And once we get everything settled down, maybe we can set a goal by the year 2020 that we'll start doing our more regular routine with the videos that we kind of want to do. TheyMightBeBricks really does want to do a podcast, so maybe he can come up with a schedule, do that a couple of times a month, and then I can do one. But we really got to work on those podcast voices. I don't know if it's a thing, but it really... And I'm talking about the non-Lego ones, except for the Lego ones I just discovered there were people I didn't know. Like all the ones, like the one that Greg does, the missing pieces, the one that Ryan does, M&R Productions, even one Just Too Good. They just talk normal, like they do. Maybe it's because I'm used to hearing those guys' voices, and even one that Clutch does, Bricks on the Dollar, building up to it. They sound like they do in every other video. But these other people that make podcasts, they're like, they just got a podcast voice. And I don't have... It's kind of like a sultry male. Is that possible? Can a male be sultry? I don't... Anyway, I'm sorry. There's Pylon. Am I the only... Me and TheyMightBeBricks, are we the only ones that like Pylon? Randy's gone, but he has a Chomp shirt on. Yeah, Randy, he passed away a few years ago. That's one of our favorite bands. We like them, and They Might Be Giants. But yeah. But anyway, got all these posters we've been going through. Got to get those hung up, and I'm going to go now. Time to go to bed. See you guys.